I want to talk about some real basic HTML tags or basic examples. Hey, let's take a look here. All documents start with a doc type that tells us the version. This particular one's going to tell us that we're using html5. That's what that does here. The HTML document itself begins with your HTML and closing HTML tags. And anything that we see on a web page, we see it because it comes inside the body tags. Now, we've seen this simple example before. And this has an H1 tag for my first heading, and it has a P tag for my first paragraph. And you simply click try it yourself, and you can see the code here, and it's running here on the right side. Okay, now, as far as HTML headings, we can use anything from H1 to H6. So let's take a look and see what H1, H2, H3, what those headings look like. So here they are on the left side. Here's your source code, so to speak. Your H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Notice they all end with the appropriate tags. And this is heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, if you want new paragraphs, right, you have to use the P tag, an opening P tag and a closing P tag. You can see we have 3 P tags here, and we have 3 paragraphs. There is a difference between a paragraph and a break. A paragraph actually takes you down not to the next line space, but 2 line spaces, where a break tag will only take you down 1 line space or to the next line. Now, a link. To use a link in HTML, we use an A tag or an anchor tag. And the interesting thing about this is the anchor tag has an attribute, an href attribute. The value of the href attribute, in this case it's this in blue here, the value of the href attribute is the destination. Now right here, the last thing inside the closing anchor tag, which is the words, this is a link, this will become blue. This will actually be the thing that you click on to be taken to w3schools.com. Let's take a look. So you can see the code over here. You can see the anchor tag with an href attribute. Here's the value of the attribute, w3schools.com. This is a link, actually is the link, and when I click this, that's where I would go to. I would go to that particular web page. Okay, now I'm going to close that up. And finally, another basic element is an image. So if you want to put an image in your web page, you use the image tag. It has a source attribute, and the value of the source attribute is the specific image you're talking about. If the image can't be seen, or the image file is broken, the value of the ALT tag, in this case w3schools.com, will in fact be displayed. Let's go ahead and take a look. You can see here the image tag with its source attribute. Here's the image right over here. That actually is the image. Here's the alt tag, and the actual width and height are given as well. It makes it quicker for the browser to figure out how big to make the image.